What's going on, everyone? This is Cadman Cycling. Welcome in. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. Here we are, Stage 6, Tour de Zwift. Getting close to the end. This takes us to Watopia. We're doing the longer ride today on the Three Sisters route. So Three Sisters means 3 climbs. First one's the Zwift KOM. That's the start of the hilly route in downtown Watopia. So starting here from the pier, we'll make our way out up that Zwift KOM and then eventually over to the Epic KOM. And then once we finish Epic, we'll go up the radio tower climb, enjoy a pretty long descent after that, over to the volcano for the final climb, which is the Volcano KOM, eventually finishing back in downtown Watopia. So we'll go ahead, play this at 250% right now, speed things up a little bit and kind of jump from place to place. This is a long one, almost 50 kilometers, making it the longest ride I've ever done on Zwift. I was kind of thinking back to the previous years of Zwifting experience, and I really enjoy the crit races. I tend to stick to routes in the 20-kilometer range, under an hour, so I really can't remember a time I've ever done Epic. I don't think I have before, or the radio tower. It may have been part of Tour of Watopia a year or two ago, so I might have got it under my belt once, but really all new for me today. This is definitely my first time doing Three Sisters, but I get to do it with 250 other people, so luckily no matter kind of what speed I go here, I'll have someone else nearby and pushing me to complete this as quick as possible. So making our way up the first climb. Total climbing today is right around 900 meters, so if you're going for the Tron bike, I know at least for me, I'm somewhere around that 75% of the way to the Tron bike to climbing 50,000 meters. So a ride like today will help me get a lot closer to getting that bike. But today I'm on the Canyon Aeroad 2021 with the DT Swiss wheels, kind of my all-rounder bike when there's a decent amount of climbing, but also some downhills. So just finished that first Zwift KOM, making our way over to the start of Epic. Since this was the longest ride I've done, really tried to focus on nutrition for this route. I actually read a comment on my last video from Timothy, which was really helpful because I was talking about nutrition on longer rides and how I kind of tend to bonk at the end of even hour-long rides. So he mentioned just how important it is to keep just ingesting food along the way. So before this ride, I actually, just next to me, I put like 3 gels, I had 2 granola bars, I even had like a pack of pecans as well, along with 3 water bottles, one of which had some drink mix in it. So I really did everything I could to be prepared for whatever was going to get thrown at me, just because I didn't really know what to expect here. So like I said, kind of starting up that Epic KOM, skip forward now, there's kind of, it gets a little bit more desolate, kind of passing the green, going through this town, and then coming out the other end, it's really snowy territory getting towards the top of these mountains, just crossing that 300 meters climbing so far on the day. So yeah, today was all about nutrition. Like I said, longest ride. I'm really trying to pace myself. So with all the other Tour de Zwift rides, I kind of went out quick, tried to jump in with the front group and just see how long I could stick with the front group. This one I took different. I kind of kept it at 225, 230 watts out of the gate, just to make sure I didn't use all my energy too early. So here we are, end of Epic. Just crossing through the banner. It's nice having a few other riders around me too to motivate me. And Eric Barfell was actually in this ride as well. He messaged me that he was doing it. I really hadn't planned on doing Three Sisters. I usually avoid the long routes, but he was doing it. It was a Friday evening. Figured it'd be a good way to start the weekend. So here we are. And believe it or not, I was not at all expecting radio tower. So the entire time we were going up Epic, I kind of had my mind set on this 19.5 kilometer mark that I needed to get to, and then I could enjoy a descent on the way down. Come to find out, we take that left-hand turn, go up the radio tower, and now this is just over a kilometer of pretty much the steepest section of the entire ride. So here we are getting to the top of it. There's a few riders that I really ended up riding with most of the time. Kind of they'd go in front of me, I'd catch up to them, I'd pass them, and we'd kind of just flip-flop places along the way. But making it to the top of the radio tower, that's cool. It's like feels like we're at the top of the world, climbing 660 meters. Definitely hurting at this point, but feeling good about how far I've made it. And that I have this long descent in front of me. It's one of the nice things when a race doesn't end at the top of the KOM. It means you get to enjoy the way down as well. It's like you do all the hard work to put into it, and it's pretty rewarding. So what we did, we made our way all the way down that descent, and then there was probably about 10 kilometers where it was just completely flat, heading over to the Volcano KOM. Had a nice group here. It was just 4 of us kind of working together. There was a group of 4 or 5, and I think Eric was in that group of 4 or 5, about a minute ahead of us the whole way. But we weren't really pushing too hard. We were all kind of just settling in, taking turns. The other 3 with Tron bikes, but really just getting ready for this last climb. So crossing the start line to the Volcano KOM. Again, I'm feeling pretty good. So skipping forward now near the top of the Volcano KOM. At this point, I had probably had about 2.5 of my gels. I finished both of the granola bars. So not only did I kind of prep the nutrition ahead of time, but I think I did a pretty good job of every 20 minutes or so just making sure I was having a gel, having a granola bar, just making sure that I was continuing to eat. And that really helped my energy. We're already at 40 kilometers. And around, at the Volcano KOM, I really thought that we had a lot longer left in the climb by the time we got to that banner. So I really didn't give it everything I had. Heart rate's at 180, which is decently high, but not my max. And I kind of got like a second wind in this race. We're at the 90-minute mark now. Descended the Volcano KOM. So it's me and Brown. We kind of met up at the top of that Volcano KOM, descended together, and just worked together basically for the end of this race. I will still kind of put the power in. This is where I'll up the power. I didn't want to just ride with him the whole way and then try to outsprint him in the last 100 meters. Instead, decided just to up the power kind of with a little under a K left and see if he would jump on with me. He didn't, and so I kept going and rolled in 70th place out of 260. I'm really happy with that, and I actually felt pretty good, so I just kept on rolling, not at the same speed, but got up to the 50K mark for this ride. Like I said, longest I've done on Zwift. Felt really strong too. Felt like I got the nutrition right. So guys, I'm really enjoying Tour de Zwift. I think I'm becoming a stronger rider. Hope you guys are enjoying. We got one more flat is fast route coming up, stages 5A and 5B, a few more stages of Tour de Zwift. So guys, thanks for hanging in. Thanks for being here. And until next one, this is Cadman Cycling. I'll catch you then. Bye.